It finally happened. I caved. Oh, God, that's good. So I realize most of the videos so far, I've been making kind of, I don't want to say higher level bakes, but you know, maybe not the easiest for most people to make. Not everyone just wakes up one morning and is like, I must make a cream puff. So I hear your comments, I hear your concerns. They come to me like angry ripples in the night. They say, Marisa, when am I ever gonna need to make a cream puff? Marisa, when am I ever gonna need to make a scone? Marisa, when am I ever gonna need to make a fancy fruit tart? Fear not, my friends, for I have gotten all your angry calls, your emails, your smoke signals, your Morse code. Just kidding, no one said anything. But you know what, I've sensed it. I've sensed when y'all are like, meh. So we're gonna do something a little easier today, something everyone can do. Today, we are gonna make Fruity Pebbles cookies. I don't know what my hair is doing today, but I'm just gonna go with it. Dizzy yet? For this recipe, you will need
1/2 cup or 1 stick of unsalted butter at room temperature, 3/4 cup packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 large egg, 1 3.4 ounce box of vanilla instant pudding, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, sifted, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of Fruity Pebbles cereal. And lastly, optional, but I like to put it in, 1 cup of white chocolate chips.
Full disclosure, cereal is one of my favorite foods. I love cereal, but I've never been a huge fan of the fruity cereals. When I say fruity, I mean like your Fruity Pebbles, your Fruit Loops, your Tricks. They've always tasted like fruity garbage doo-doo to me, but I actually do really like these cookies. So if you are like me and you're like, Fruity Pebbles, that's disgusting, hold your judgment, you judgy Judies out there, and try these cookies for yourself. They're strangely delicious. And myself as a baker, I tend to like to bake things that physically attack your taste buds, but still leave you going, you know what? Yeah, maybe, yeah. And now I'm gonna move on to a segment I like to call, what was weirdly difficult for Marisa to find at the grocery store during quarantine? Today's item is instant pudding. I had to dig through the shelves like Indiana Jones excavating a grave. When I found this little puppy, I thought a boulder was gonna drop out of the ceiling and chase me throughout the store. But I got the last one. You're welcome. All right, we are going to start by creaming together our brown sugar and our butter using our paddle attachment on our mixer. That's looking pretty freaking cream to me. Now we're gonna add our vanilla extract and our egg and mix until smooth. I think Rob Thomas and Santana would both agree that this is looking pretty smooth. How many of you got that reference and how many of you hate me for it? You can be honest. It's fine. Next, we're gonna add our pudding mix, which is taking longer than I expected. And do the thing. Yeah, there's the pudding mix, our baking soda, and our 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which as you guys remember, I always eyeball. And then we're gonna mix that until it is well combined. It's looking pretty well combined to me. Up next, we have our flour. And we gonna mix that in. That's looking pretty G-dang mixed if I do say so myself. All right, for this next part, we are gonna mix the white chocolate chips and the Fruity Pebbles into our batter by hand. This is not batter, this is dough. Marisa, get your head out of your ass. We're mixing them by hand because if we put them in the mixer's just gonna like destroy these and it'll just mix it by hand. I have carpal tunnel. This is gonna suck more for me than it will for you, okay? Just mix it, but just, here we go. So we're well mixed, did it by hand, not too bad, whatever. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop them into our little balls. I'm gonna use a cookie scoop because I'm better than you. Just kidding, I make a lot of cookies, so this is good thing to have. So I'm gonna scoop them out into their little balls, and then they need to chill for a half an hour. You could just chill the dough as is if you like scooping out, you know, solid clay into balls, that's fine, but I think this way is gonna be a little more manageable, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we have our dough balls ready to go. So we are gonna refrigerate those for at least a half an hour. Normally when I have to make a cookie dough that needs to be refrigerated, I make it the night before, I refrigerate overnight, so that way it's nice and chilled. I just throw it in the oven the next day. Hey, why do we refrigerate cookie dough? Number one reason would be it prevents it from spreading out too much in the oven, and it's good to just let your dough rest. Just good. We all need rest, even our cookie doughs. So we're gonna let that chill for a half an hour, and in the meantime, we're gonna think our thoughts. Do you guys think that kids today even know who the Flintstones are? Like, they're obviously still being used to market the cereal, but like, is the Flintstones even still on? I remember when I was a kid, it was like on Cartoon Network, there was like a big thing about classic cartoons. And then that weird live action movie came out in the early 90s, which is pretty much what Kyle MacLachlan was up to when he was done with Twin Peaks. But like, do kids even know who these clowns are? Do they even understand that it was made as a parody of the Honeymooners, but with a lot less spousal abuse? Do kids even know? Do kids know? Get back to me. Let me know, you guys. I ponder these things. I ponder these things in the middle of the night, and they keep me up. I haven't slept in days thinking about this. Oh, I forgot to film! So we've got our cookies done chilling. They're in the oven. They're evenly spaced on baking trays. Those are gonna bake at 350 degrees for 9 to 11 minutes. Look at them bake. Look at them bake. The little happy balls of dough, just baking it up. Baking it up. I've been screaming about baking for the last 2 hours, and my cat hasn't even moved. Hey Ripley, how's it going? You excited for them cookies? Yep, me too. So our cookies are out of the oven and they look beautiful. It's still warm, but I'm gonna give it a taste. That's pretty good. Yeah. And we're done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're all staying happy and safe in this quarantine. I'm gonna go watch that live action Flintstone movie and edit this video. Bye-bye. Oh, y'all thought I was joking.